Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, what are we doing, Liv? We are scanning the cows. So, all Liv really wants to see is if Flower's in calf or not. But we are going to scan the cows. The vet is coming in an hour's time, so we're going to let the cows out and just let them stand here while we are waiting for them to come. And we are going to dung sample them to test them for worms, to just see what the worm burden is in them. So we'll be showing you our home testing kit for worms that we bought this year. Super job. I know people have been asking about, so we're going to show you. We have we probably could do calves as well, but we'll do the cows while they're out. Just get ourselves set up and organised, and we'll let them out. We'll let them stand in the yard, just in case to do a little bit of buck clapping or that. And we'll be ready then for scanning. Fingers crossed we have 10 for 10. Fingers crossed. And then also see when our calving, you won't really get calving dates, but you get rough idea of months. And also with all videos that have livestock, today's video is sponsored by HerdWatch. We'll be using HerdWatch. Huh? What chain? Someone take her. Oh, for this place is forever. I think I bought 5 chains, and all the chains I bought are gone. So yeah, we'll be using HerdWatch to record the scanning and estimate calving dates, so we'll know. What's wrong? Is Ted the right side? Oh, he's nearly true. He is true.
True.
This is the thing, we don't know whether the cows don't seem too bothered. All our calves, no, the black guy is that side. So we have Ted, 1056's calf. We have Goldie's calf. We have 3 heifer calves there as well. And then he's at the back there.
If they come, they come.
If they come, they come. Hopefully the cows won't be too bothered. So these are our cows. So we have Flower, our free martin. If she's in calf, it'll be like 1 in 1,000. Then we have black Angus heifers. We have 1 white head. Then we have one of the heifers we bought. So this is a Charlie heifer, possibly in calf since March, so she could be calving in December, because she was put to the bull before we bought her. Then we have Mouse, who owns the black calf at the back there. Hopefully she should be in calf with Steve. Then we have 1056 Liv's cow. Then we have our own Charlie heifer, another Angus, and then we have Goldie, who seems to have her head stuck in the barrier. No, she doesn't have her head stuck in the barrier. She possibly is not in calf. She owns the Charlie calf in that pen. She's limousine. But she may not be in calf because the distance between her calving and the bull leaving may not have been enough to go back in calf. So we'll have to see on her. She's possibly the only one. She'd have the highest possibility of not being in calf. And if she isn't, we'll try and get her AI'd. Just to try and keep things going. I don't think we'll wait for July next year to have her in calf again. It's be a bit much now. So yeah, that's where we're at. So anyways, all gates shut. We'll let them out. We'll let them out. What? Oh, that's the cows out. So we're just after having a bit to eat. This is our sampling system, and we'll bring in. So we only need 1 bag. Bring in a bag for Click and Poo. So while we wait for the vet, I have my poo bag inside out, as Liv said. Just good to the poo. So we need to wait for some fresh poo. Liv does this with calves. You could spend an hour waiting on calves to poo. So we just have to be patient now.
You need a little bit.
So this is 1 poo. How much?
Yeah.
Warm. It's warm on my fingers. So what do you want? 3 samples?
Yeah.
Well, at least 3 samples out of the 10 that's here, and then Liv will show you how she treats it and then gets the sample, because I'm going to try to pull some beef, even though Brendan has not much faith the minute he dropped up a trailer up there. So yeah, we wait patiently. Poo number 2, and we have poo number 3. So we seal this, and Liv will show you the process of getting the eggs out of it.
This is the FecPak kit that comes, and it literally comes with everything you could possibly need to do this job. So all your bags, all the sample bags, scales, and you get all these sheets of how to use it. So treatment guide. So you get the sheet then of exactly how to do it, and it's so easy. This is our sample from earlier. We have to tear the scale, so it means you just put your bag on, tear them, set them to 0, so then that discounts the weight of the bag. 53 grams of our sample. All you do is you follow this little table, and we're on cattle. 53 grams is 53 ml of water. Pour the water into the bag, and then you just mix it. Special pots. So now we have to pour our sample up to the slurry line. So you see the slurry line is at the bottom there. So we just pour that in, and then we just add water up to the water line, and then we just put the lid on, turn it upside down a few times to mix it, and then we let it stand for 30 minutes to settle. It's been half an hour, so we now have to pour some of the mixture out. So we pour it out. That's now poured out, so you can see when it's tipped it meets the flush line. So now we have to add the saline solution, so the saltwater solution, up to the cattle saline line. So then this gets poured into here. We put this in with the filters. You tip it upside down 3 times.
Now the fun bit. Probably do it more lighting in here.
You take it out.
Not a full of the pipette. It is quite literally just enough to fill the well. Yeah. Oh, time to get the machine out. We are on the laptop here, creating a submission. So this is connected to the machine to create the visual sample, which gets sent off and does checked by AI and then checked by a human then. So you put in, and then the machine winds it in itself then. The 2 wells, so it does 2 samples, checks 2 samples, and then gives you an average then based on the samples. What it's doing now is moving the sample into the microscope and take a picture of it, and then it'll do well 2, and you can see there it says how long it'll take. 48 minutes to do the job. So I'll just turn off the camera and we'll see the result when it's done. Here we have the 2 pictures. It's still working on it, but Liv was saying they're not just filled enough, because you can see that rim, black rim there, and that one that side, that should be filled. That should look like the rest of it.
It's not bad though, like you can see.
But apart from that, it's not bad. You can see the little blotches and that, it works out.
Fill it in. So we collected it today. Mob.
Doesn't
we'll
really
say I have calves in mob, so we'll say J for the cows.
Cows.
So you can add in stock condition or treatment date or all the rest.
And save. So we'll see what the results come back with. Summary result has come back with a 0 total egg count across everything, which basically means that there was no visible worms in them. So just to show you, we'll go back to one we done earlier in the year. So you can see here, this is a batch we done in the 26th of August, an egg count of 60, and also, not only will it do egg count, it won't do egg counts of fluke, but there's egg counts of worms, so that's lung or stomach, and is also able to detect coccidiosis. So it said cocci detected. Now we talked to our vet about it, and any of the ones that we done before we bought the system with them were coming in low, so we went with anyone who we thought needed it. Yeah. So this is it. So 0 to 50 is low, unlikely to treat. 50 to 100, moderate, possibly treat, and 100 or above needs treating. So yeah, that was 60. We'll look at the one from the 29th. 40. So yeah, that's how it works. So yeah, cows don't have any worms. Don't need a worm dose anyways. So that's how it works. If you're interested, you can head over to FecPak. It is a little bit on the expensive side, but the way we looked at was the cost of it, and then what we were paying to get samples done. We'd lose an hour or more of our day driving to the vets to drive back. So once you factor in all them costs, it's not bad. And the biggest thing is you have it do it whenever you want. Like, so you're not saying you have it to do it. But anyways, look, that's the set. Tidy it up. So we have started scanning here. Flower, unfortunately, free martin, not in calf, but Mouse is 3 months in calf. So Steve done the job. She's looking for a calf because he's in here. But yeah. So first 1 for 2, 2 for 1, 1 for 2, 1 for 2. Anyways, we keep going. I get Kathleen to shoot for them. So 3 months in calf, and our own Charlie out of the dairy is 6.5, 5.5, 5.5. So happy days. Next ones are in the chute there. Biggest one now is to see whether the heifer we bought, whether she is as far along as she possibly could be, because if she is, she's calving in like a couple of weeks. So we'll wait and see. Our limousine cow is not in calf, so we're going to have to AI her. So we've got to figure out how we're going to do. 4.5. So one Angus is 4.5 months in calf now, so we're getting through it. We're getting through it. Just want to see what she's doing now. Right, come on Hereford, you're next up. Come on. Come on. Shh. Come on. So that is the scanning done. So of our 10 heifers and cows, we have 6 in calf, 4 not in calf. We have our Goldie, our limousine cow, not in calf. So we're going to have to, we're thinking of getting, there's a patch we've seen, you put on their tail. She's not in calf because the time between she had her last calf and the bull wasn't enough time hadn't elapsed for her to go back into calf. So that's why she's not in calf. So we'll try and get her AI'd. So we'll have to keep an eye on her for coming in heat. We also have the Hereford, who is at the back. I thought she was a lovely bit of a heifer, but the vet reckoned, well, the vet, she's a free martin. She had no ovaries or womb. Which was it? I think it was ovaries he said she didn't have. So she's a free martin, twin to a bull, so not in calf. The same with Flower, also free martin, so not in calf. So they are both destined for the pen for finishing. And then also our Angus there with the red mark on her back. He said she had fluid in her womb, but could have lost her calf or could be just early. He couldn't just tell. He reckons to scan her again in a month. But she probably isn't in calf. So she's going also into the pen. So that leaves us with 6 in calf, 1 to AI, and 3 for finishing. So that is how she goes, how she lies. And we have, what do you call, Delilah, the heifer, is going to calve next month. The estimated time was the 5th of December, where my granddad said, he says usually to go 2 weeks past that. So 2 weeks past the 5th of December that's 14 days. That's the 19th of December Delilah should calve. My grandfather said 7 days earlier if it's a heifer, and 7 days later a bull is a bit longer, a heifer a bit earlier. So we will see. So we'll go by a moo call tail thing.
Could be a Christmas baby.
Could be a Christmas baby.
Her says 28.
Hopefully we're still here. We're not in England when she decides to calve, because that
will be in New Zealand.
Oh, but yeah, once we're not in New Zealand when she calves, that definitely. So yeah, she's first. Then we have 1056, who's about 6 months, and then right the way back to, what was the shortest? 3 months. Gold Mouse was 3 months, wasn't it? 3 months in calf. So end of May, right? Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it out later. We'll go put them in now, and we'll get on to the next job. Pigs aren't impressed. Anyways, they're lovely and quiet. That is the main thing. But yeah, that's how she lies. So 6 for next year. I was hoping for a few more, but sure, that's how she goes. Anyways, put them back in.